What up, YouTube? You already know Big Lou stepping back in. One more again. What it do with Big Lou and MC on 2. Baby, baby. Maya. So check it out. Normally, somebody I don't normally talk about, I mean, unless I say it in passing or something through a video, so, I mean, I normally don't talk about it. But this is a big, huge pop, I guess you would call it pop icon, right? A Gen Zer. I think she's considered a Gen Zer. If not Gen Zer, she's the generation right above it. But she has a huge Gen Z following and a huge whatever the generation is above. Generation X. I don't know what they call it. Excuse me. Um, so speaking another than Taylor Swift, huge following, right? All that stuff. So from my understanding, she's been on a world tour, and she's been through, obviously the UK, you know what I'm saying, all that. Australia, Wales. I'm pretty sure Wales too. I know Australia because I seen an article about Melbourne, and now she's was planning on kicking off a 3 day. I don't know if it was a 3 day Austrian concert or um, a 3 day concert in Austria, or if it was a 3 city whatever. But I'm pretty sure. I'm thinking. Well, we'll get more to it with the article, but because the fact is the thumbnail has the one stadium there that it was going to be a like a 3 day, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whatever. So what happened was they canceled it. Her management team canceled the concerts due to potential terrorist attack that had been linked to ISIS. Um, and so far, 2 people were arrested. So originally, when I first was, seen it, was going to decided to go ahead and make a video on it. They hadn't canceled at the time. They were going to be paying attention heavily to uh, uh, people attempting to come in, at the front, and monitoring their, their behavior and certain movements, whatever the trigger, the red flag words were for them, as far as what their actions, people trying to get in, were doing. For whatever reason, they decided to the campaign decided to cancel it. So maybe the campaign didn't feel comfortable. They didn't want to take a chance with whatever might have been uh, related to them from the law enforcement or the FBI. I don't know if the FBI was involved, but from the equivalent, the FBI counterparts over there in Austria, whatever they may be called. So here we go. This is a CBS News article. Taylor Swift concerts canceled after 2 arrests in Vienna for alleged terrorist attack plans. A tragedy prevented. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour shows in Vienna, Austria, have been canceled after government officials confirmed an alleged ISIS-linked terrorist plot to attack large events, organizers said Wednesday. With confirmation from government officials of a planned terrorist attack at Ernst Happel Stadium, we have no choice but to cancel the 3 scheduled shows for everyone's safety. Barracuda Music, the concert's organizer, said it in an online post. So there you go. There, so it's right there. You can. It's a same place, 3 separate scheduled shows. The announcement came shortly after 2 suspected extremists were arrested in Austria on Wednesday. One of whom appeared to be planning an attack on a major event in the Vienna area, such as Swift's concert over the weekend. Where are we at? Over the weekend, authorities said. Austrian authorities said that the 2 individuals are tied to ISIS, like President Obama calls them, ISIL. The information about the suspects originated from the U.S. intelligence and was communicated to the Austrian authorities. Sources familiar with the matter told CBS News. The 19-year-old main suspect was arrested in Turnitz, south of Vienna, and the second person in the Austrian capital. Excuse me. Swift's concerts had been scheduled to take place at Vienna's Ernst Happel Stadium on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, as part of her massively successful Eras tour. The show's tickets vendor in Austria said that all the tickets would be refunded within 10 business days. Franz Ruff, the public secretary director at Austria's Interior Ministry, said that the authorities became aware of uh, prepar- preparatory actions for a possible attack, and also that there is a focus by the 19-year-old perpetrator on the Taylor Swift concerts in Vienna. The Austrian press agency reported Ruff said the concerts would have attracted audiences of up to 65,000 people, with thousands more expected to congregate outside the stadium. Congregate. The targeted raid was carried out this morning, coordinated by various state and city law enforcement officers. Ruff said. The Austrian Interior Ministry said that both suspects had become radicalized on the internet and made concrete preparations for a terror attack. Ruff said the 19-year-old Austrian citizen had pledged an oath of allegiance to the Islamic State group in July. Ruff also said the chemical substances were seized from the main suspect's home and were being evaluated. He didn't give more details, but yeah. Austrian Chancellor Karl Nehammer called the concert's cancellation a bitter disappointment for all fans in Austria, adding that the threat was recognized early, combated, and a tragedy prevented. Yeah, that's you're talking 65,000 people inside the place. Outside, probably another 5,000, 10,000. I don't know. Nonetheless, all those people are alive for sure, or at least another day. We live in a time in which violent means are being used to attack our Western way of life, Nehammer wrote on social media. Islamic terrorism threatens security and freedom in many Western countries. This is precisely why we will not give up our values such as freedom and democracy, but will defend them even more vehemently. Prior to the cancellation announcement, provincial police president Gerhard, man, I don't know how to say his last name, Purstl, but on top of the U, he has two dots, had said officials would step up security measures for the concerts to include the development of police officers in both civilian clothes and uniform, video surveillance, and police dog unit, and other special law enforcement units. But that was what I was saying earlier when I first read about it. They were going to continue with the concert, but they were going to put a lot more security measures in place, as far as like what I read at the end there. Definitely way more personnel, more manpower. Uh, deploy some dogs, and just pay big attention to people when they're in the entrance coming into the stadium. It doesn't really say much there if they found out anything more, and that's why the campaign, the concert, Swift's people, as far as the management, promotion, and all that stuff, decided not to go ahead with it and cancel it, just for the fact, the overall general sense of if something did happen, it'd be terrible, or the fact that they found out some other things that they just didn't feel comfortable to continue to go forward with the event. Nonetheless, that could have been like that. I think it was Ariana Grande had I think that's what it was. She had something somewhere. I'm not sure where it was at. Was it Canada? I'm not sure. No, I think it was Germany or somewhere over there, UK. They had an issue over there during her concert, right? So that had to be the only answer, was to be to cancel it. That's his tail. I thought somebody knocking on the door. For them to cancel the concert to avoid anything happening. Even if something happened to one person, that could be too much. That not could be would be too much, because you knew uh, what the probability of an attack still going down, even though you arrested two people. And when you're talking about substance and all that, chemicals and um, uh, chemical warfare, substance and all that stuff. Not worth taking a chance. For a concert, I don't think anything would be important enough to fulfill. To go ahead and allow it to go through. Um, just because to see it get go just to see it happen, go through. I don't care if it's a basketball game, a baseball game, a boxing event, a concert, inauguration of some sort. Uh, you know, the parade after a team wins the championship or whatever. People returning from the Olympics back home with their gold medals or with their silver medals, with their bronze medals. None of that stuff is important enough to have it play out and still know that this possible threat is looming still. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it. It could be redone on another day. It's that simple. Where they know they're not being rushed. Law enforcement or certain the proper people and agencies and leadership know. They had plenty of time to look over the schematics, look over the everything with drones and everything, and to know for sure that they would have people in place to catch something going down. If it's either a bomb being placed somewhere or some type of chemical, like I said earlier, chemical warfare type deal, set up, snipers set up somewhere to just pick people off, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, leadership and law enforcement and whatever agencies that's involved with that over there in Austria would be in place, ready to go, and have all their T's crossed and their I's dotted, and in full protection mode, so that no civilian gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? And so that was the right thing to do. The only thing to do. I don't know if she's said anything uh, publicly yet, but I'm sure she will, and I know for sure that she'll be thanking the agencies, the intelligence agency that cracked this possible nightmare. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and tap on this one. I got some baseball coming up, and yeah, I want to get back on doing some sports, but like I said, it's just so hard with political stuff, and just being able to do 2 or 3 videos a day is pretty tough sometimes. So I'm gonna try to do my best to get that done and continue to push forward. I finally got all my numbers back up with the aerial going up, so that's a good thing. For a while there, I was only up on one of the two, the watch hours, and then the other one's the views. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm up on both, so that's a good thing. So with that being said, Big Lou tapping out.